reviewing Caswell-Massey's Newport line. The name Newport is an homage to the company's founding in Newport, Rhode Island in 1752. I'm going to go through the hot pour shave soap, the Heritage soap, the Aftershave, and also the Gold Cap Cologne. Now I do feel like the fragrance has changed a bit over the years. Back in 2005, when I went to college at Salve Regina University in Newport, Rhode Island, I decided to try this line, as it was the name of the city where I was going to college. And I felt like it was a long-lasting, all-day fragrance in the gold, what was the Gold Cap fragrance back then, which was similar to a Polo Blue. Now it has changed a little bit, and the Heritage line is more similar to what I used years ago. So, just on the nose, it's a very fresh fragrance. It is similar to a Polo Blue. You might have some people compliment you on doing laundry after trying this. I had somebody ask me that once if I had recently done laundry when I was wearing the cologne. It's just a very fresh fragrance. You would that would evoke the seaside, and it evokes like a summer evening perhaps. But you can wear it any time of year. I find it works best in summer, but it is an all year round fragrance if you prefer. It's a lighter, more gentle fragrance. Now this is rated also as unisex by Caswell-Massey, and I could see that. It would be maybe a little more masculine for a woman, but nowadays with everything being kind of fluid, it's fine. This would be a good choice for anybody really. So I'm going to start by washing my face with the soap. Then I'm going to shave with a hot pour shave soap, use the aftershave, and then I'll come back and do a review of the Gold Cap Cologne as well. So let's see how it lathers up. So just in the hands, this pear shape is very comfortable. It moves very easily in your hands, and you can make a nice lather just very quickly. Alright, excellent. So, I'm just going to dry off here. So yeah, my face feels good. And you can really smell the fragrance with that soap. It's nice and refreshing, feels clean. My face feels fine. There's no residue, there's no sliminess or anything that you get in some cheaper quality soaps. It feels clean and soft. So I'm going to use the hot pour shave soap. As you can see here, it's kind of soft, and it looks like obviously it was poured in hot, but it's different than other shave soaps I've tried that were a puck. And I tried also once the Pro Rasa, which was kind of a really soft soap. This is a bit different. It does lather quickly though, I'll show you. So all you have to do is wet your brush. I'm using a Simpson Commodore. And then you're just going to go in a circular motion. And you can get a lather very quickly with this. A nice thick lather, I find. So I usually just take about 10 seconds or so. It doesn't take that long. And that's really enough. And as you can see, there's a nice lather. To rinse it, I just rinse it quickly under the tap. It's all set. Close the cover. It's ready for tomorrow. So you can see this is going on nice and thick. Now if you're new to shave soaps and shave creams, they're not going to lather up like a Gillette can. You want to go back and forth almost like a paintbrush. At least that's what it said in the manual when I got this. Alright, so nice thick lather. It feels good. You can tell that it doesn't have very many bubbles and that it's creamy and going to be lubricated. Now sometimes I do use a pre-shave oil as well, but today I'm just going to go straight because I want to just show this line only. So, got my grandfather's Gillette travel razor with a fresh derby blade inside. See how it shaves up. So it's just effortlessly gliding through. There is definitely more of a weight to it when you're going down than compared to something like the Badger shave soap I had reviewed before, which was very light. This does need a little bit more rinsing than that because it is a thicker cream. So as you can see, I've shaved just over half of my face, and the left side here is still thick, just like when I put it on. With some other shave soaps, like the natural shave soaps that don't have any added ingredients, etc., you sometimes have it fade away and it gets dry, flaky, something like that. This is still nice and lubricated just like when I put it on. So at this point, this is where I would normally be done shaving most days. I don't really go against the grain unless I'm going somewhere important. But if I were to just kind of feel here, it already feels like there's enough lubrication left from the cream. You can almost go against the grain just with that. But just for purposes of this video too, I want to show you that were I to relather, it's still cream. It hasn't dried out at all. Okay, so I'm going to rinse my brush. Towel off a bit. Now we're going to try Newport Gold Cap Aftershave. So just on the nose, it's similar a bit to the regular Heritage, but it does have a little more of a, I hate to use it, but drugstore scent to it, like an aqua velva, than it did in the past when it was pretty much similar to the soap. So there is that bit of astringent kind of alcohol burn that you would get from a drugstore aftershave. Let's give it a couple of drops there. Rub it between your hands. I just pat it on. You could rub it in if you want. I generally just pat it in. You may want to close your eyes for a minute because there is a bit of a menthol or a cooling ingredient. And there we go. Now when I'm done, I usually take a towel, just kind of dry it off. I had a shave in Spain back in 2015, and the barber took the towel and went like this to kind of dry the aftershave off of your face. And that's that. There's the finished look. So I'll come back in a minute with the Gold Cap Cologne. My face feels nice and refreshed, and it's cool. As you can see, I have no cuts at all, even though I use the double-edged razor, which once in a while with the Badger, if I was in a rush in the morning, going to work and had just quickly to shave, I would perhaps nick one spot or the other, or the chin frequently, you know, would get nicked. But this has a lot of coconut oil in it, as you can tell from the ingredients, which are vegetable blend stearic acid, distilled water, coconut oil, potassium hydroxide, vegetable glycerin, the fragrance, and then some of the limonene, citranols, etc. And this is made, by the way, in the USA in New York City by a company called The Holy Black, and they make it, I'm assuming, under license to Caswell-Massey. And that was a great shave. Feel ready to go, so I'll check back in with the Gold Cap Cologne. Thanks for joining me.
Hi there. So the Caswell-Massey Gold Cap Newport Cologne differs from the Heritage Newport Cologne in that it has a stronger opening and starts off with notes of citrus in the nose. You'll smell notes of orange and a bit of lavender. A little later, when it dries down, you'll start to smell those dry sandalwood notes like you get in the Heritage soap. This lasts about a few hours, and then you can reapply throughout the day, as opposed to the Heritage, which will last nearly all day. This has less concentration. It is a little bit sharper on the nose than the Heritage, but that tends to wear off after a bit. So this is a bit different from the Gold Cap of years past, which is closer to the Heritage, but it's still a good option. It's still fresh and perfect for the New England coast. Thank you for joining me.